All right, welcome in. It is September 21st, 2022, and the TNN Podcast starts right now. Joining me is Evan Cullers, Robbie Morgan, and Lil Rankin. What's up, guys?
What's up?
How are y'all doing? How we doing?
Good. How are
Pretty
you?
good.
It's your debut episode here on the Topper Podcast.
It is. It's
So-
also your birthday, ain't it?
Yeah,
it's also my
birthday boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy birthday. So y'all gonna sing happy birthday to Evan or what?
Yeah.
We did it this morning in the parking
No,
lot.
you gotta do it
That's
again
what-
right now.
Right now?
Yes.
So how old are you, Evan?
19.
19?
Yeah.
19.
So,
So you got held back, what, 4 years?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
So he's 19 years old. So.
Yeah.
All
19.
right, there you go.
Makes sense.
All right, so birthday boy here. But yeah, we got a few things to talk about here. Starting with clubs. You will find out which clubs you're going to be in. The process got a little bit bogged down because some people didn't really follow the rules and sign up for a club. So
Yep.
that probably
You're welcome.
slowed the process down just a little bit. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with the leftovers. The teachers may have a draft to pick all the leftovers, the undrafted free agents, as I say. Yeah, I think actually you three are in Burton Productions, Skills USA. So
Heck
we're
yeah.
going to talk about that a little bit here. So what Skills USA is that it's a competition. It's the acronym in education. We love acronyms. It's a CTSO. It's a career and technical student organization. And there's different events, right? The culinary class is also in skills, and Mr. Burlingame's class is also in skills. And I think there's either photography or graphic design event that they're going to do. There's one for us. We're going to do a short film. So there's three options actually that we could possibly do. The first one's a short film, right? It's like a 1 minute, 1 to 2 minute short film, and they give us a theme, and we have 2 hours. You get a partner. You have 2 hours to produce it from start to finish. So there's a plan that you have to submit, and then there's a final product you have to submit. There's another one where you plan, and I think a group of 4 can do this. You plan a 4-minute newscast. So you have to have a rundown of topics that you're discussing on your newscast, and you go and execute the newscast. It's like a 3 or 4 minute newscast. So you have to put stories into blocks, and you have to design a newscast. So if you guys want to take that challenge, we can do that. And then there's also an audio podcast, audio news podcast, which is kind of like, you guys probably don't listen to NPR. I don't really either.
Kind of.
But it's kind of that style where you're delivering radio. It's like a radio news program. So it's you create a rundown for that, and you just deliver like a 3-minute radio newscast, something like that. So those are the events. You guys are gonna be in the club. Lil, you're brand new to this whole thing, so you're literally starting from square one. You two aren't. So I'm gonna start with you, Evan and Robbie. What are your expectations? I have to technically have officers, so we'll talk about that and stuff like that. And because since he's a senior, he'll be the president. He'll be the vice president.
Cool.
And we'll go from there. All right. So
Be nice working with you, buddy.
So
Thanks, bud.
So President Morgan, what is your expectations for this club?
I guess if you're actually going to be in the club, definitely, put forth the effort. Don't just come down here to keep it school appropriate, mess around, and just get the work done. If you need help, I'll help you. We'll help you.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Yeah,
work towards it.
Yeah, we're going to train. We're going to train. We're going to create, and in training, we're going to create a bunch of content, right? Because what we'll do, and then obviously we'll have some off days where we're just, some downtime where we're
Hanging
just
out.
kind of like relaxing a little bit.
Yeah.
So, because training for this type of thing is not easy, but understand that we've got to get good at it, so that I'm not showing up to this thing just to show up.
Right.
Like, we're gonna show up. We're gonna take the gold, the blue ribbon, whatever they're giving, for it. So Evan, what are you most looking forward to on that?
Kind of the same thing as Robbie, and just making new stuff and having fun with it.
What aspect of this club are you looking most forward to?
I don't know really. Really,
Like
just
the newscast is probably like the most
probably.
interesting format of it.
Yeah.
Okay. That That would actually be pretty fun. I know we haven't done much of that since y'all been in the program.
Yeah.
We haven't done much of the broadcast news. We've been kind of focused on filmmaking, and now we're focused on podcasts. So that might be something that we could look at too. We'll kind of study the events. I think Kyrie's going to be in it too.
Heck yeah.
I think I saw his name on the list. So, Lil, being the newcomer, what are your expectations? What do you hope to get out of it? And pull that mic closer to you.
I'm just really excited to learn something new because I'm in the Health Science Academy and I figured I should venture out, try something new.
So what do you think going cross-sectional? Are you going to do HOSA too?
Yeah, I put on the thing that I want to do HOSA too.
And you can still participate in both.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your primary club on club day during the school day will be this one.
Right.
But you can still do HOSA. And I think there's an event in HOSA that if you learn these skills, you
Mhm.
could probably manage a team to compete in that event. So
Oh, wow.
I know Ms. Hickman wanted some crossover. I know she was trying to recruit me to compete in HOSA, and I know Coach Bishop was trying to recruit me to DECA, and ultimately I
Mhm.
landed on skills because I looked at the events, and skills is probably the best for what we do.
Right.
Now, if I have a kid or two in DECA, which I think I do, we can do some crossover stuff. Hopefully, I can train you well enough that we can do some crossover stuff in HOSA. We can talk to Ms. Hickman about that.
Nice.
So, and I know she wanted to get on the pod too. So, I'm looking forward to it because this is really the first time that we've gotten involved in some real competition stuff.
Oh, really?
And I'll say that based on my standards, the district is wanting all of us to have a CTSO that we sponsor. And I know I'm throwing acronyms here, but I've never sponsored a CTSO. I've never been involved with that. Never really wanted to because I thought it was kind of hokey, kind of cheesy. But now that I'm being kind of forced to, I think that we could also, it helps y'all work on tight deadlines. And I think we can also submit some stuff for that. That's an Emmy award. So,
Yep.
so some of the stuff we create, we can submit to that. I know you're writing a TV show. Tell me a little bit about that. Or it's actually it's converted into a short film.
Yeah. So I guess last year, as you know, I found that script,
Mm-hmm.
and Torres and I were originally going to make it a
Series.
10-episode series.
Yeah.
And maybe either cut it there or make another season, but we don't know. We haven't really worked on it, haven't looked at it or touched it since then.
Well, I just had an idea pop in my
But-
head here, and you can react to this. What if we made it so like you wanted to do 10 episodes?
Something like that.
So
yeah.
what if we made 10 one-minute episodes that tells the entire story?
Okay.
But it's 10 one-minute episodes and we release it like 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Because the prompt is create a 1-minute short film.
Mm-hmm.
Our theme is whatever the title of that thing is.
Yeah. I
So
don't remember the
we
title.
create we can write. So I can say, okay, club time, boom, write your episode, let's get it.
All right. Yeah.
And so if you have something already written, we can just go and execute it.
Yeah.
But it'll get you used to thinking quickly on, hey, what is this episode gonna look like? How are we gonna film it? How are we gonna edit it? Stuff like that. And just getting that time crunch, just getting used to that. So that'll be good training.
Yeah.
What about you, Evan? What are some ideas? What are some things that we could do to train?
To train for the club?
Yeah.
I say just give us little projects, kind of to do like the short films or just
Yeah.
anything like that, just to put together and just.
I might
see
try
what
the
we do.
newscast thing too, because
Yeah.
we see this desk behind me. We'll wheel that bad boy out, and we'll do a newscast
Do
here.
the drag.
Drag.
Kind of haven't put the wheels on it
Yeah,
yet.
the wheels aren't on it yet. We so backstory on that. I misjudged the height. I thought 4 feet was a lot shorter than it actually is, and when it came in here, it was like covering like 3/4 of my body. So I was like, yeah, this is way too tall. So we had to take the wheels off and readjust, and that's part of, I probably gave some bad dimensions, things like that. So not a big deal, but we could drag that thing out and do a newscast. We can plan a newscast and
Yeah.
do it like a short one.
Let's do it.
And we have plenty of information to use, and we could use current events, school events, and either sports or weather. So we can design that. PSAs, do stuff like that. We can design
I feel
our
like
newscast.
we're definitely big on those right now. PSAs.
Yeah,
Just
we
for
got
whatever
one.
reason, we're just big on those.
I know on the Burton Boys episode, you and Spencer are going to kind of dive deeper because he had a really good brainstorming session the other day.
Yeah.
Or actually, not the other day, on Monday.
Yeah.
He had a really good brainstorming session. I think there's some really good ideas out there floating around for him to execute that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it's a mental health PSA.
Yeah.
And it's going to be it's going to depict somebody in extreme turmoil, extreme depression, and it's going to show like, hey, what can you do to kind of help get yourself out of it?
Yeah.
And so there's going to be some unique camera techniques and some editing techniques that's going to bring this thing to life.
Yeah. I'm
So
excited for it.
Spencer
Like,
Bernard is
great.
directing it and producing it, and so my 6A is going to provide the assist on bringing it to life.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So that's good. Lil, how's soccer going?
It's going good. We actually lost a tough game last night against MLK. We have a
Yeah.
game tomorrow against St.
Well-
Cecilia.
Oh yeah. So what is St. Cecilia good this year?
I haven't checked
Have you
their
kept up?
record. I'm not sure yet.
Are they usually pretty good?
It was a pretty tough match last year. We beat
Yeah.
them by a couple points.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool. Well, we hope you guys can come out of there with a win.
Thank you.
When's the season over?
We have about 3 or 4 more games left, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, one other thing before we wrap this thing is there is a very important date on October 6th. It's for seniors, the ACT.
Yep.
October 6th, the day before fall break. I almost couldn't get that out. The day before fall break, it's good. Seniors are taking the real thing. Juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing.
I think juniors are taking the actual ACT.
Yeah. Are they? Okay.
Well, we are.
So the thing is, it's going to be online this year, kind of like what
It was
TCAP
online.
was. Was it online?
I think it was online for me last year.
Was it?
No, wait, no, it wasn't.
I know the one I proctored
No.
was paper pencil.
Yeah, it was
so
paper and pencil.
it's going to be all online. I got to do some training for it, and
Gross.
I got to sign up. I'm proctoring, so you know how it goes.
Mhm.
So it's going to be all online. You must have an MNPS issued computer. Okay, even if you work on your own computer, you need that one, and you need to make sure everything works. And if it doesn't work, you need to make sure you can get it fixed, so that you don't have any issues test day. Now, whether or not you have to keep that computer, like if you choose to use your own for regular stuff, you'll need it for TCAP and you'll need it for ACT at the very least. So,
TCAP still a thing?
I don't know what they call it something.
TN
EOCs, T and Ready. I don't know. That's changed names about 150 times. So I have a hard time. TCAP comes into mind immediately. But whatever it is, whatever it's called now,
Or is it the
TN
the PSAT? Is that what, or did sophomores
no.
and freshmen already take that?
I think freshmen took PSAT last spring, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. The schedule will come out. We'll let you know exactly what's going on as soon as that schedule comes out. Dr. DeLoach, who is a big fan of the Burton Voice podcast,
Yeah.
Dr. DeLoach is working on, and her team are working on that schedule as we speak.
I finally met her officially the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She asked
So
for your autograph.
No, she talked to me about school computers
Okay.
because I need one.
So also, and this could also be a project for Burton Productions. November 2nd, I believe. If I get that date wrong, Mr. Mitchell will be down here, elbow dropping from the top rope. But I think it's November 2nd. That's the date I had in my mind. Is the new logo reveal for the new school? There's going to be a press conference, a big whole
I thought
ordeal.
there was a big one on October 24th.
That
They
changed.
changed it.
They
moved it
changed
up?
that.
Okay.
They moved it back. So that's going to be happening.
Suspense.
So the Lightning, the Lynx, or the Lions. And the colors are not going to be green and white. The color scheme will not include green or white.
Good.
But it could be purple and gold. Could be garnet and gold.
It's LSU.
It is LSU. We can't go purple and gold if we're going to be the Lions, because CPA already has that.
Yeah.
So we'll need to go like blue and silver if we go Lions. Just go full Detroit Lions. Or Florida State wore these uniforms on Friday night. They had the full the stormtrooper.
Yeah.
That they call them the icy whites. It was a white helmet, with the outline garnet spear, and then they had their white on white uniform.
That's pretty cool.
Looks sick.
Nice.
So, ACT. What are some things you could do to prepare for the ACT? As I get off subject,
Study.
study.
I mean, there's ACT prep books. Like I have a couple of them. I haven't looked at them yet. I need to.
Yeah.
Because been applying.
Yeah.
Applying
there
to
you go.
colleges. They're looking at those apparently.
Yeah.
I honestly, if you're a junior and you're taking the ACT, do not go halfway with that. Like, give it your all. Study for it, because I didn't study last year, and I wish I had.
Yeah.
Because now I'm having to study for it.
It's all reps. Like SAT is just you either know or you don't. So, but that actually is the bell. So we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Make sure you get plenty of sleep on SAT day, on ACT day, night before. We're gonna bring some more ACT content to you. But signing off here, Lil, Robbie, and Evan. I'm Coach Burton. It's the TNN Podcast. Goodbye.